Welcome. In this video, we'll walk through how to set up the AI Voice Studio Smart Trigger inside Go High Level or Nico. This premium workflow trigger activates automatically when an Ava Smart Call finishes, allowing you to build precise post-call automations that respond to specific outcomes or call statuses. You'll learn how to configure filters, connect contacts, update notes, and move opportunities, all while keeping your automations perfectly tied to the projects and campaigns running inside Ava. The AI Voice Studio Smart Trigger is used to start a workflow only when your defined conditions are met. It's fully integrated with Ava's call data and can filter by call status, outcome, project name, or campaign name. This means you can run different workflows depending on how a call ended or which campaign it came from. For example, you might trigger one workflow for completed calls and another for voicemails, or route follow-ups based on the specific campaign that made the call. To add this trigger to a workflow, open your Go High Level or Nico dashboard and go to the Workflow section. Create a new workflow or edit an existing one. Then click the trigger dropdown and choose Ava Voice AI, followed by AI Voice Studio Smart Trigger. Once added, you'll see the trigger panel where you can apply one or more filters to control exactly when the workflow should run. You can stack multiple filters together for very specific use cases. Just remember that all selected conditions must be true for the workflow to start. The first and most common filter is call status. This one lets you trigger workflows based on how the call ended. Use the exact status text as it appears in Ava or GHL, including case and spacing. Common examples include completed call, no answer, and voicemail. You can then build separate automation branches depending on what happened. For example, a completed call might add a follow-up tag or send a message. A no answer status could schedule a retry, and a voicemail might add a tag and drop the contact into a follow-up sequence. You can also filter by project name. This option lets you target all campaigns that belong to a single Ava project. It's useful when you have multiple campaigns under one project and want to use a single workflow to handle all their follow-ups or post-call actions. For instance, if all campaigns in your real estate scheduler project share the same tagging or opportunity logic, you can filter by that project name to manage them together. Another option is to filter by campaign name. This narrows your workflow to a single specific campaign. It's best for cases where you need different automations for different campaigns, like routing warm leads Q4 to a dedicated pipeline or assigning calls from event follow-up to a certain team. By using campaign name filters, you can keep everything highly targeted and organized. The last filter type is outcome. This one applies to specific scenarios like appointment reminder calls, where the outcome depends on the client's choice during the conversation. The possible outcomes are meeting confirmed, meeting rescheduled, and meeting canceled. Using this filter lets you automate how your system reacts to those results. For example, moving confirmed meetings to a different stage or sending reschedule notifications automatically. Once your trigger is configured, you'll usually want to find or create the contact who made or received the call. The best way to do this is by phone number, since it's the most reliable unique identifier. To do that, add a find contact action and use the phone number from the trigger payload. You can find it by clicking the tag icon, selecting Ava Voice AI, and then choosing Smart Trigger to see all the available data fields. If a contact doesn't already exist, add a create contact step next and map the fields from the trigger, such as phone, name, email, and time zone. After each smart call, the Smart Trigger provides detailed data that you can use to keep your CRM records organized and accurate. You have two main options here: update contact and add note. Use update contact when you want the contact record itself to stay up to date with the latest information from the call. For example, if a client confirms or changes their email or business name, you can map those updates directly into their contact record. You can also sync fields like the call status, time zone, sentiment score, or even the transcript or recording URL, depending on how you want your CRM data to display. This keeps every contact's record clean, accurate, and immediately useful for your team. Alternatively, you can use Add Note to log full call details in the contact's activity timeline. Notes are great for visibility because they show exactly what happened during the conversation: the transcript, the recording link, the sentiment, and any workflow or campaign identifiers. That gives you a full searchable call history right under each contact, which is ideal for review and audits. Many users combine both methods: structured updates through update contact for reporting and add note for detailed context. Together, they ensure every call is documented accurately and completely across your CRM. If your process includes sales pipelines or opportunity tracking, the Smart Trigger can also create or update opportunities automatically. You can choose which pipeline and stage the contact should move to, for example, a meeting booked stage, and then set the opportunity's status, source, and name. Adding tags for reporting and routing is also a good idea, especially when you're running multiple projects or campaigns at once. When using filters, there are a few best practices to keep in mind. Always use exact string matches for your call status filters. Even a small difference in capitalization or spacing will prevent them from matching. Use project and campaign filters to keep your automation specific and prevent unrelated workflows from firing. And finally, include structured notes with workflow or campaign names whenever possible so you can easily trace where each automation came from. That wraps up the walkthrough for setting up the AI Voice Studio Smart Trigger. Once configured, you'll be able to automate post-call actions with pinpoint accuracy, from updating records and opportunities to sending custom follow-ups based on outcomes. If you have any questions or run into issues, visit help.thinkrr.ai or reach out to us directly at hello@thinkrr.ai. Thanks for watching.